All right then. Hello, welcome to Sarah Overbooked. I am Sarah, and this is the video on the second 4 books that I read in the month of October. The first book in this video, Getting Helper. The Trick-or-Treatathon prompt for this book was nonfiction. And the backwards hand is a memoir by Matt Lee. Matt was born with a congenital defect, fusing the bones in his arms so that he can't flip his hand over. And this is his story about growing up with this issue. His writing style for this book takes a little bit to get used to. It's not a normal type of writing style. They call it lyrical fragments. It kind of put me off in the beginning, but I did get used to it. Once I got used to it, it wasn't bad, but it is a little off-putting at first. The book is part his memoir, part stories of others who have lived or are living with disabilities, and part information on all of the disabilities that are mentioned in the book. Basically, lyrical fragments, what it means is kind of Matt jumps between the 3 topics just randomly in every couple of paragraphs. It's a little bit about his past, a little bit about somebody else with a disability, a little bit about the history of that disability, back to his past, back to the history of the disability, back to somebody else with the disability. It does jump around a lot, but once you do get used to the style, the book is full of a lot of good information on the history and treatment of people with disabilities and his own experiences. So that's the first book that's the first book I read of the second 4 of October. The second book I read was for the prompt for the Trick-or-Treatathon, because it's a thriller, was Friends Like These by Kimberly McCrate. I believe that's how you say it. And this was my audiobook for the beginning of the month. It is a thriller about old college friends who are now out of college. They share a secret that happened, something horrible happened to them and while they were in college, and they share that secret. They're still friends today, and they're all getting together basically to do an intervention on one of the friends because he's developed a drug issue, but they're calling it one of their bachelor parties, and they all get together in a small town, and basically somebody dies, and it's the story of what happened back in college, what happened in that weekend. It's nothing groundbreaking, nothing new. It's the same old story. Group of friends gets together, something bad happened in the past, they get back together, people start to die. It was well written. I enjoyed the audiobook. I didn't have any issues with it. I didn't think it was all that spectacular. It was just one of those quick popcorn thrillers that you don't regret reading, but will I remember it in a couple of weeks? No. Do I remember a whole bunch of it right now? No. So, not great, not bad, but it was fun. The third book was Inkblood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres. I read this one for the prompt of a book about books or libraries or them being big in the story. This one wasn't quite what I was expecting. Oh, this one also, with Sister, covered the BuzzWordathon book for the month, which was Relationships, Sister. But this book was not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be more fantasy, less contemporary magical realism, but I'm pretty sure if I had read, I still haven't read the synopsis, I probably could have figured that out. I wasn't disappointed in it. It was a good book. It's a story about a family that takes care of magic books. The books are written in blood. The ink is the blood, and only scribes can write the magic books, and only certain people can read the magic books for the spells to work, and they're not the same. The scribes are magic doesn't work on them, but they can write the spells. And this is basically the story of one of the families that takes care of, has their own little library and takes care of these books. The father passed away, the two daughters, one of them was sent away, the other one is there to take care of the books. The mother had gotten sick of the life and moved on, and they come together after some events start happening and weird things are threatening the sisters. There isn't a whole bunch more about it. I mean, there's not. It's basically just a couple of days in the lives of these people. It doesn't move fast. It's a medium-paced book. It's kind of a slow burn. You get to know one sister, you get to know the other sister, you get to know third parties in the story, and then they come together, and that doesn't even happen for quite a while into the book. It's hard to explain. This book is hard to explain, but it wasn't bad. It was good. It was a good read. I guess there's supposed to be a mystery in there, but it wasn't too mysterious. It's pretty easy to figure out. It's just a story about these people in the books. And then the fourth book in this installment of what I've recently read of October was for the prompt of movie night, and for that you're supposed to read an adaptation and watch that same one, and I chose Psycho. I have never read the book before. This is the first time reading the book. I pretty much watch the movie 2, maybe 3 times a year. It's one of my favorite scary movies. I'm a huge horror fan, and that's one that big go-to. So I kind of grew up on the movie, and that's what I know is the movie version of the story. The book is, it's by Robert Bloch. The book is, the stories are pretty close, but there are definite differences. And I think because I've grown up with this movie and watched it so many times and just enjoy it so much and love it, I think I actually enjoy the movie better. Hitchcock took this story and gave it a couple of little twists, just little things. Most everything is the same, but just little things. and I think that the book and the movie, they're so close, so close. There's just little things that are different. Just because I grew up with the movie and I basically know it, I don't need to watch it, I know it by heart. That is Psycho to me. This just, in my opinion, wasn't as good, but it's still the story of Psycho, and not bad. Obviously, I like the story, but of the two, I do prefer the movie. I will probably read the rest of them just to see. I didn't like any of the other Psycho movies. I don't remember any of the other Psycho movies. Maybe I should rewatch them. If you've never seen the movie, I would say read the book first and then watch the movie and make your own decision. And that is the 4 books in the second set of October books. I don't think I said it, but these were all read for the Trick-or-Treatathon, bingo style readathon. That's over on Discord. And I will be back soon with another 4, and the poll has told me that I should be playing a game for my November TBR, so I'll be doing that shortly. So I will see you again next time.